Good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Grant Olson is away this Friday evening. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. We have a view that we don't often see here on the newscast. Our camera on Billy Goat, looking up in Pateros, looking toward the Columbia River. Kind of a blustery day in the Wenatchee Valley, although you can't tell from up there. There are winds out of the north-northwest, and that could have some impacts on firefighting efforts throughout the region, as we will hear a bit later. Temperatures today were approaching 90, but we'll see a cooler trend coming in this weekend. But right now, the extended forecast looks uncomfortably familiar, with highs back up over triple digits by the end of next week. Eric Granstrom is doing double duty tonight on both sports and weather. He'll be along later with your complete outlook. But now, a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. COVID-19 vaccine requirements roll out for students taking classes at Wenatchee Valley College. And as the latest wave of COVID infection rolls over us, new mask and distancing recommendations for movie theaters and other venues. And things are changing for the Greater Wenatchee Irrigation District, which provides water to 10,000 acres around the valley. But first, our top story tonight. Wenatchee Valley College will require that all students attending in-person classes this fall be fully vaccinated for COVID-19. In a press release Thursday, the college said students must document their vaccination status using a free online tool that will be available beginning August 16th. WVC said waivers to the vaccination requirement are available for, quote, medical, religious, or philosophical reasons. Ahead of the fall quarter, the college will be offering a series of free on-campus vaccination clinics at both its Wenatchee and OMAC campuses. WVC will fully reopen its campuses in September. Masks are currently required for everyone on campus, and the college has not indicated if that will change. Well, the Chelan-Douglas Health District is recommending new precautions for entertainment spaces, things like movie theaters, concert halls, and drama productions. Dr. Malcolm Butler, the Chief Health Officer for the two-county district, says the rise of the COVID-19 Delta variant and the increasing number of new infections and hospitalizations makes the step necessary. Among the recommendations, screening guests for COVID symptoms, requiring mask wearing for all attendees, and social distancing between groups in the audience. COVID-19 has killed 90 people in Chelan and Douglas counties, and 21 people were ill enough to be hospitalized as of yesterday. More than 400 new cases of infection have been reported in the last 2 weeks. Well, firefighters are concerned that the Moe Canyon fire north of Entiat could grow substantially over the next 72 hours if winds continue their strength. As of this morning, the lightning-caused fire had burned 75 acres of steep, rugged terrain about 10 miles northwest of Entiat. Level 1 get out notices, or get ready notices, were issued Thursday evening south of the Entiat River Road from Roaring Creek Road to milepost 9.5. The Southeast Washington Incident Management Team said with strong winds, the fire is expected to spread in all directions in the next 24 hours. If weather continues to push the fire, it could burn down into the drainages and across the other side of the Entiat River Valley. Well, 27 parcels of federal land that support the Greater Wenatchee Irrigation District now belong to the district outright, or will soon. The district, which feeds water to 10,000 orchard acres in Chelan and Douglas County, the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation built the needed infrastructure for its 3 large irrigation units and kept possession of those properties until yesterday when Congressman Dan Newhouse announced transfer of all property rights to the irrigation district. The change becomes effective in 90 days. District Manager Mike Miller says the transfer will give the irrigation agency more independence and local control over its water resources. Well, coming up next, police agencies have been asking for clarity on Washington's new laws governing officer conduct, and now they've got some. Plus, it could take a month or more to rule on whether a fatal shooting last year by a Douglas County deputy was justified. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma, and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
My name is Catherine Thomas, and I'm running for the Wenatchee School Board. The school board should work for the parents of this community, and I want to bring the public back to the public schools. I'm a registered nurse, the wife of a medical professional, and the mother of a Wenatchee High School student. I'm running to bring common sense, courage, commitment, and compassion back to the public schools. Vote Catherine Thomas for the Wenatchee School Board.
Welcome back. The City of East Wenatchee has begun distributing grant funds awarded under the Federal American Rescue Plan Act, which endowed the city $3.1 million to hand out to local nonprofits to support pandemic recovery. The committee guiding the grants, headed by Mayor Jerry Lee Crawford, designated $32,000 for the YWCA for emergency heating and air system repair during this historic heat wave, and $65,000 to the Women's Resource Center to support its program that helps landlords and tenants avoid evictions. The committee is taking applications for further ARPA grants. Those can be found on the city's website, eastwenatcheewa.gov. While local police, including Sheriff Brian Burnett, have been asking for clarity on Washington's new laws governing officer conduct, now they've got some in the area of dealing with people in mental health crisis. The State Attorney General's office says nothing in the police accountability laws that were passed this year prevent officers from responding when a person is reported to be in crisis, or from answering calls where no crime is committed. The law in question does require an officer to attempt de-escalation before using physical force against a subject, and to use only the least amount of force necessary. Sheriffs and police chiefs across the state have complained the new laws could make their jobs harder and make certain kinds of enforcement impossible. Well, the Douglas County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says it could take a month to review the fatal shooting by a sheriff's deputy that took place in April 2020. Douglas County Deputy Nick English shot and killed 29-year-old Thomas Mathis III while responding to a domestic disturbance in Rock Island. The North Central Washington Special Investigation Unit forwarded its report on the shooting in late July to Prosecutor Gordon Edgar, who must now determine whether the shooting was justifiable. Edgar told NCWLIFE yesterday that process could take most of August. English was placed on administrative leave after the shooting. He has since returned to duty with the Sheriff's Office. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, Wenatchee City and Chelan County officials discuss their COVID-19 protective measures. And Eric Granstrom is here with your complete local weather forecast and sports. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
What you're doing is ridiculous.
Well,
I mean, you might as well throw up a screen door to block the summer smoke.
sometimes it gets
When we
warm.
breathe in the wildfire smoke, we are ingesting hazardous chemicals such as acetic acid and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. A lot of bad stuff, okay?
Well, yeah, that's why we...
Cardboard ain't gonna cut it.
So...
Go to chelanpud.org/save today.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
I'm Jared Sessler. You know, lately America's taken a few hits. Some say we've gotten behind, but know this, you can never count America out. Our commitment to hard work, innovation, and our love for freedom means we are poised for our greatest victories ever. The red, white, and blue has never been stronger, and that's why I'm your Republican candidate for Congress. Our setbacks are just a setup for our comeback. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Officials with the city of Wenatchee and Chelan County are bracing for the rise in COVID-19 infections that's now underway by studying the way they handle gatherings in their public buildings. Mayor Frank Kuntz visited the Chelan County Commissioners on Tuesday, and they discussed the matter.
Related to COVID now, you know, that now we are kind of coming out of our cocoon here a little bit more, that we are generally going consistent with the Chelan-Douglas Health District as far as for inside deals that are really looking, requesting masks regardless of whether or not you're vaccinated.
Okay.
So that's, I don't know how you guys are approaching that.
We'll be doing it the same way we've done it, which is, we have not met in public since it all started, so.
Do you anticipate here pretty soon?
No, we have met and so the council and the mayor have met in person the entire time. Okay. We never, we told staff, city attorney and public, if they wanted to call in, they could, or if council members wanted to call in, they could. But they all chose to show up, and we sat 6 feet apart and wore masks, except for me because I talked the whole time. But as we've been doing since day one, we quit having work sessions. And so we've been meeting with the public. I think the sign on the front still says if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. I don't know. We don't meet again for another, we don't meet this Thursday, so we have 2 Thursdays off. So we'll see how the following Thursday goes in terms of what we're going to ask people to do. So I'm watching it very closely, but I don't know that Laura and I and our HR director have made any decisions in terms of how we're.
Okay.
I think if you walked into City Hall right now and went to our utility desk to pay your bill, everyone is unmasked because I think they've all been vaccinated, and they're going with that.
Okay.
At this point, we haven't taken it to the next step.
Okay.
Although it sounds like it's sort of coming.
That's our read. It's good. Yeah.
Now here with the regional weather report to take you through the weekend, it is NCWLIFE's own Eric Grantstrom.
Well, a happy finally Friday to you, and a beautiful day here as far as the weather is concerned in north central Washington. Cooler temperatures, a little breezy, but that has also helped our smoke situation, and air quality is so much better than where we were here the last few days, especially with our friends in Okanagan County. Look at our weather view this afternoon and this evening. That's a shot from Billy Goat, and even just this morning, you could barely see the river down here in the Columbia as a bird flies by, but it's cleared up a great amount. So good news for those folks that have been just battling poor air conditions up in the Okanagan Valley and in the Winthrop area and things like that, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. No more fires for a while. How about that? Well, as far as our almanac today, we got about just exactly where we were expecting. 88 for the high here in the Wenatchee Valley. 70 was our overnight low last night, actually early this morning. Normally we're at 89 and 63, so a little warmer than where we normally are this time of year. As far as the record high temperature, 103 degrees in 1972. Yeah, it was hot back then. 50 the record low in 2002. No precipitation here over the last 24 hours. We're still at 2.87 inches for the 2021 year of, and that's about 1.77, nearly 2 inches less than where we are for the normal type of year. Sun rose this morning at 5:47, set tonight at 8:25. We're losing about 2-3 minutes of daylight each day. Now, as far as our temperatures are concerned tomorrow, going to be very similar to what we had today across north central Washington, except for the Plain and Lake Wenatchee area. Here you see the mid-80s in Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, 81 in Ellensburg, 85 for us here in Wenatchee tomorrow. You go up the valley, 84 in Cashmere, 82 in Leavenworth. Look at that, 66 at Lake Wenatchee, expecting some showers. Mostly the low to mid-80s expected for our friends in Entiat, Chelan, and in Omak. As far as the surface loop is concerned, well, here's what we're talking about. Not a lot. They're expecting some isobars to get pretty close together here across the Cascades today. That was going to cause the windy conditions. Didn't quite see that develop, but we still have winds here through the night tonight. Pretty calm as far as what's happening on the satellite here for the weekend. Not a lot to tell you about. Maybe a little moisture in western Washington. Cloud cover here in eastern Washington. You see we'll have a little bit of cloudiness move through tonight, a little bit on Saturday nights, but then things are going to just be pretty much dry, and we'll get the warming temperatures again by the middle of next week. Quite a bit of cloud cover and some shower activity over here in western Washington this weekend. Now, we talk about the temperatures, very mild and cooling off, especially by Sunday. Expecting temperatures here in the Wenatchee Valley, north central Washington, only into the upper 70s on Sunday. Now, as we get into next week, here we get that trend that's moving up the warm air mass from the south, and that's going to mean temperatures by the middle of next week back into the triple digits. As far as our forecast is concerned, the 7-day forecast, breezy tonight, still a little wind with the isobars close up of the mountains. It's going to cause things to have a downward flow. Winds out in the northwest, maybe gusting to 30 miles an hour overnight tonight. 63 our overnight low. Tomorrow we'll have a little clouds in the morning, a little breeze in the morning, but then it will give us away with a mostly sunny day. 84 for the expected high on Saturday. As we get into Sunday, yeah, I mean, this is the day to get outdoors. Are you kidding me? 78 degrees on Sunday. And then as we work into next week, we're looking at slowly warming up again by Monday and Tuesday, and then by midweek, high temperatures back into the triple digits as we get back to the dog days of August. 102 on Wednesday, 105 on Thursday. That's a look at your forecast here on the NCWLIFE channel. I'll take a break and come back, get you sports news on the way next.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Hello, North Central Washington. I'm Dave Tosh, Executive Director, Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center, and I'm excited to announce a new variety show entitled Vibrant Living, brought to you by the Senior Center. And I think you'll find it educational, informative, and a lot of fun. Join us for the new program, Vibrant Living.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family.
Join us for Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti on the NCWLIFE channel. This former police sergeant is plugged into not only the world of the streets, he's an actor and connoisseur of the arts. So join Mike and his guests for, well, Street Talk and Other Stuff. Mondays at 10 a.m., Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m., and Wednesdays at 5:30.
It's Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike McNaughty on the NCWLIFE channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Friday to you. The Wenatchee Apple Sox seem to be taking a page out of the Seattle Mariners book this season. No matter how far behind they get, don't give up on them. Wenatchee trailed at one point 8-1 to Port Angeles last night, came all the way back, won 11-10 to sweep the 3 games. We get more on the story and some highlights from the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
Wenatchee Apple Sox swept away the Port Angeles Lefties with a come-from-behind 11-10 victory last night at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Wenatchee was trailing by 7 runs going into the bottom of the 5th, but would score in each of the next 4 innings to pick up the wild victory.
The 92nd of the evening coming up. 3-2. Villegas skies this out to right field. This one is back, and that one is gone. 2-run homer for Colin Villegas, his 3rd of the season, but his 1st in a West Coast League ball game. That wasn't even the best swing we've seen from him this year, and that says a lot about his power. Going the opposite way into the jet stream, it's an Oppo Taco for Colin Villegas.
A 2-2 comes cooked, and Guerrero slides it out to right field high in the air, backing up Matthews on the track at the wall, and that escapes the park as Guerrero claps his hands with a home run to make it 8-4 Wenatchee. Did the wind carry that one, or was that a little bit of both?
Take a look at the flag, and you tell me, Riley. I think if you're watching right now on PlaySite.com, you can tell a little bit of wind aided to that one, but regardless, the second home run of the game.
That marks 3 consecutive games in which the Apple Sox trailed going into the 7th inning and would come back to win each and every one of those games. They sweep away the Port Angeles Lefties for their first sweep of the season in West Coast League play. Now they've got Hawaiian Night coming up on Friday as they take on the Cowlitz Black Bears at 6:35 here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And with your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Thank you much, Joel. Jared Amon worked an inning and a 1/3 of relief to earn the victory. Sox welcome Cowlitz tonight, and we'll have that game live here on the NCWLIFE channel. Be sure to join us for our pregame at 6:30 tonight, live from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Well, in other West Coast League play, Colin Montez's 2-run double highlighted a 6-run second inning for Ben. Elks swept Walla Walla 12-6. Corvallis completed a 3-game sweep of Yakima Valley as Nate Nankill's RBI single in the bottom of the 8th broke a 4-4 tie, gave Corvallis a 5-4 victory. Richfield salvaged the final game of its 3-game set with Cowlitz with a 5-2 win. Isaac Lovings went deep for the Bears in that win. And in Portland, the Pickles walked off in 11 innings against Bellingham on a drop 3rd strike that allowed Leo Mosby to score the winning run from 3rd base. Bellingham remains a half game behind Yakima Valley in the North Division's second half standings, while Wenatchee is 3 games back. Richfield, Cowlitz, and Bend all tied for second, 4 games behind Corvallis in the South. As we mentioned, Wenatchee hosts Cowlitz tonight, while Portland is at Bend. Yakima Valley visits Port Angeles. Bellingham has a non-league game against Highline. Cascade Collegiate's at Walla Walla, and Corvallis entertains Ridgefield. Well, one of the Yankees' newest additions came through in the clutch against the Mariners last night. Joey Gallo hit a 3-run home run at the bottom of the 7th to beat Seattle 5-3. The back-and-forth game saw 4 lead changes. Kyle Seager broke a 1-1 tie in the top of the 3rd.
Dickey also wore number 8. Dickey won 7 World Series. Did it? Judge is saying he did. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is a fair ball and a home run. Kyle Seager going deep in the Bronx to put the Mariners in front. Only the 2nd home run Cortez has allowed this year.
Both of them to left-handed hitters. And Kyle has been hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Last 11 games, that's 5 home runs for him.
Very short porch in right field at Yankee Stadium, as we'd learn as the game progressed, such as this homer by Jerry Kelenic in the top of the 7th.
They could just simplified things.
Well, this is cranked out to right field. Does it have enough? It is just over the wall and gone. A 7th inning go-ahead blast by Jared Kelenic. He's a long way from Waukesha. He's in the big city, and he's put the Mariners in front.
Aaron, did I mention I like the adjustments he's made? His second hit of the ball game. You can see this starting to happen over the last couple of weeks. Taking advantage of that short porch in right, 343 feet, but he doesn't care. His 5th home run.
Clinging to a 3-2 lead, Paul Sewald got 2 outs in the 7th before Gallo just barely cleared the fence to give the Yankees the lead.
Judge at 3rd, Stanton at 1st,
2 outs, bottom of the 7th, 3-2 Seattle. High fly ball. Down the line. Haniger on the track, at the wall. See ya! Joey Gallo's signature Yankee moment. A 3-run home run. His first blast as a Yankee, and it gives them a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, New York would go on for the 5-3 win. Mariners lost for the second straight game. Manager Scott Service certainly not displeased with how his team played.
Really good ball game tonight. I thought we were in a great spot trying to hang on to that thing. I just got to give them credit. They put some good at bats on us there in the 7th inning. But Tyler Anderson did a nice job. Good job situational pitching. He had some traffic out there. He was able to work through it. Just gave up a couple runs and did his job. Kept them right there, giving us a chance to get on top. After he left the game, I thought, Miz threw the ball really good, got out of a tough jam there, and Paul Sewell's really been fantastic. He's had some kind of season, and got to give those guys credit. They threw some good at bats on him. Judge gets a 3-2 single. Stanton gets a count to 3-2. He gets a single, and Gallo had a big night, obviously, and he hits a 315-foot pop up that ends up in the seats here. So, offensively for us tonight, big night. I thought Kelnick had a really good at bats all night long. JP, I thought we were, again, right in there. Against a very good bullpen. They've got guys with a ton of experience over there and good stuff. And even at the end, Mitch puts a heck of a swing on a 3-1 slider off Chapman. And, we need a few breaks in this game. And we certainly didn't get a whole lot of them tonight, but played well. We'll come back and get them tomorrow.
Dylan Bundy had his best outing in other American League action as he pitched 6 1/3, a 3-hit shutout ball. The Angels shut out the Rangers 5-0. Adam Eaton 2 for 4 with a home run in the win for LA. Minnesota scored 4 runs in the second inning, went on for a 5-3 win over Houston. Astros lead in the West, now 4 games over Oakland. Mariners trail as 3.5 back in the wild card race. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Jefferson, back to you.
Thank you so much, Eric, as always. Finally from us tonight, a horse-killing monster is on the loose in Chelan County natural areas, and land managers want your help in stomping it out. The Chelan Douglas Land Trust says invasive yellow star thistle has been found in the Horse Lake Reserve. When it's eaten by horses, the noxious plant can cause a nerve disorder called chewing disease, which is fatal once the symptoms develop. The Land Trust says the time of year is close when star thistle goes to seed and begins to spread. If you come across the plant during your hikes, please call the agency at 667-9708 or email them at info@cdlandtrust.org. Let them know the general area you spotted the weed, and they'll do the rest. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or on our website, ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email, news@ncwlife.com, or give us a call, 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Grant Olson will be back here Monday night, and Dan Kuntz on Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend. Don't forget your mask.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow. We have live bands to rock the night away, comedy to make you laugh, and if that's not enough, we have poker every Monday and Wednesday night. Club Crow in Cashmere has it all. Check out our Facebook event page for dates and times. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Do
you have a fun or interesting video you'd like to see featured here on the NCW Life channel? It's easy. All you have to do is send us an email at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.